All right, so good day to one and all. I hope you are doing well in your respective homes right now or in a place where you are situated right now. So, this day we will have a short lecture about health and skill related components in physical education. So, when we say health related components or health related fitness, this includes activities that we do in order for us to improve our physical health and for us to stay healthy. When we say skill related components or skill um, related fitness, this is the ability for us to do well in everyday life activities. So, what are our daily life activities? That is our skill related components. Okay, so let's begin with defining what is the first one in the health related components. So, number one here is the body composition. When we say body composition in physical fitness, body composition is used to describe the percentages of fat, bone, water, and muscle in human bodies. The test to measure the body composition is through the BMI or the body mass index. BMI is a measure used to determine a person's degree of overweight. So, sa BMI computation, ito yung ating ginagamit na formula. So, we have BMI is equals to weight in kilograms over height in meters squared. So, all you have to do is to know what is your current weight in kilogram and your height in meter. Then, you have to calculate your BMI using this formula. Now, in interpreting your BMI result, here is the table. So kapag below 18.5 yung iyong BMI, that means you are underweight. If it is 18.5 to 24.9, that means you are in a normal weight. If it is 25.0 to 29.9, that means you are overweight. And 30 and above, that means you are obese. So this is what once again body composition. And the way to measure our body composition is through the body mass index or the BMI. Next, we have the flexibility. When we say flexibility, it is the range of motion in a joint or group of joints or the ability to move joints effectively through a complex range of motion. Now, there are two tests to measure our flexibility for upper extremities. No, ito yung ating upper extremities. The test to measure this one is through the zipper test. So, ito. Then, the lower extremities, ang way para ma-measure ang ating flexibility sa lower extremities natin ay through the sit and reach. Now, in doing the sit and reach, I will be giving you another guide for this one. Kung ilan yung distance ng tape measure, ilan din yung distance ng paa. Okay? So, you will be guided in performing this one. Okay, so number 3, we have the strength. So for strength, it is the ability to carry out against a resistance and the maximal force you can apply against a load. So the test to measure our strength is through number 1, for upper extremities, we have the push-ups. So sa push-up natin, we have to be very careful with this one. Hindi siya yung masyadong too wide, hindi rin siya masyadong too close yung kamay natin. Okay? So, kailangan is parallel siya sa ating shoulder, yung kamay. So, kailangan nakaganyan siya. Then, your hands are facing doon. And dapat ganyan talaga siya. So, para maiwasan natin ang injury, we have to use or we have to follow proper ways or procedures in doing this one. Sa babae naman, ganito rin yung kamay pero naka-kneel. So, ito, naka-kneel lang siya tapos naka-cross yung paa. Nakaangat siya. Okay? So, I will be providing another picture for the girls push-up. Then, for the core strength natin is we have the sit-ups. So, ito siya. Ganito. Kaya kung merong mag-assist sa inyo, the better. No? But, please do not put your hands at the back of your neck. Kasi, wag natin dapat wag natin dapat hilain yung ating spine. Baka ma-injure siya. So, kailangan dito lang siya, hindi siya doon. Kasi kung tendencies kapag doon, minsan kumukuha tayo ng force doon sa pag sit-ups natin through sa ating kamay in which na bibigyan din ng force yung dito na part sa likod ninyo. So, in doing the sit-ups, kailangan naka-cross arm lang siya sa harapan ninyo. Then we have the cardiovascular endurance. So for cardiovascular endurance, it is the ability to exercise without becoming overly tired because your heart, your lungs, and the blood vessels are healthy. It is the ability to sustain large muscle movement over an extended period of time, and the ability of the vascular system, of the cardiovascular system, to deliver oxygen for energy. The test to measure the cardiovascular endurance is through the 3-minute step test. So for in doing the 3-minute step test, kailangan meron kang at least block siya or pwedeng tuntungan at least 12 inches siya. So wag naman siyang masyadong mataas, hindi rin siya dapat masyadong mababa. Then in doing the 3-minute step test, hindi po ito pabilisan. So meron siyang proper counting like up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Ganun lang. Hindi siya mabilis, hindi rin siya masyadong mabagal. And you have to do this in 3 minutes. But before doing this activity, before kayo mag-activity, you have to get your pulse rate. So later on, I will be discussing to you how to get your pulse rates. So kailangan mo munang kunin yung pulse rate mo para malaman mo kung ilan yung pulse rate mo kapag before the activity. And after the 3-minute step test, you have to get again your pulse rate for you to know your pulse rate after the activity. So yun, so ang cardiovascular endurance is actually the ability of our heart to pump blood, the ability of our lungs to provide oxygen, and these two will travel through our blood vessels to supply blood and oxygen sa mga large muscles, sa mga working muscles natin during an activity or an exercise. So yun. So here is the table also for interpreting your cardiovascular endurance. Sige. So we have different pulse locations. Ito yung mga different pulse locations natin. We have the temporal, we have the facial, we also have carotid, the brachial, the radial, femoral, we have the popliteal, posterior tibial, and dorsalis pedis. So napakaraming pulse location, but commonly ang ginagamit natin ay the radial artery and the carotid. So pero mas accurate ato dito sa carotid natin. So if you could locate your pulse using the carotid one, please practice locating your pulse location dito sa ating carotid. Now, the best way to measure this one is using your index and middle finger. So hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yung thumb natin. Mas ganda kapag itong middle and index finger natin. So you have to press dito na area para at least ma-spot mo kung nasaan yung carotid mo. And we also have this one, the radial. So pwede rin naman dito, no. So kayo na lang bahala kung saan mas visible yung pulse para magkuha ng pulse rate ninyo. Okay? So if you have further question on how to get your pulse, pag di nyo mahanapan, just message me on our messenger so I can assist you. Or you can also ask for your relatives siguro or friends there na marunong mag-locate ng kanilang mga pulse. Or you can ask someone to locate your pulse, and then after locating your pulse, ikaw na rin yung mag-locate. Okay, at least alam mo na kung nasaan siya. Okay? And now let's proceed with the skill-related components. So when we say skill-related components kanina, ito yung ability natin to do well in everyday life activities. So ito yung mga ginagamit natin in our daily life na mga activities. Siguro hindi lang natin notice, pero nagagamit natin ito siya everyday. So for us to easily memorize the skill-related components, we have the B spark mnemonics. That's B, S, P, A, R, and C. B stands for balance, S stands for speed, P for power, A for agility, R for reaction time, and C for coordination. So I will be discussing that very brief now. So the first one here is balance. When I say balance, it is the ability to stay upright or stay in control of body movement. The test to measure the balance is through the Stork balance stand test. So, di ba, sa daily life natin, ginagamit natin tong balance. Either kapag walang ginagawa, or kapag may ginagawa, it is important for us to have a balance. So for us to measure this one, we have the stork balance stand test na ganito siya. So gayahin nyo na lang. Then kapag mag-start na ang time, kailangan naka-tiptoe siya. Okay? Naka-tiptoe kayo, I mean. So yun, ganun yung gagawin ninyo. So you have to record the time kung ilang seconds yung nakaganito kayo. Okay? Nakaganito. Then we have the speed. So speed is the maximum frequency at which it is possible for an individual to cover a distance or to make a movement in a specific period of time. So the test to measure the speed is through the sprint. So when we say sprint, ito yung takbo. Pero may specific distance lang siya. Like, may mga iba gumagamit sila ng 50 meters sprint, may iba naman 100 meters sprint. Pero yung ginagamit natin usually is the 50 meters sprint. So, kailangan lang tumakbo ka from the beginning until doon sa finish line using a timer. I mean, you have to use a timer. So, yun. So, yan ang speed natin. Later on, we will know how to interpret the results of this one pag i-explain ko na sa inyo yung score sheets natin for the health and skill-related components in PE. Okay? Now, let's proceed with number 3. We have the power. So, power is the ability to exert a maximal force in a short time as possible, as in accelerating, jumping, and throwing implements. While strength is the maximal force you can apply against a load, power naman is proportional to the speed at which you can apply this maximal force. Now, there are 2 ways to measure your power. For leg power, we have the standing long jump. So, all you have to do is to have a place, no? Pero careful lang kayo dito, lalo na kapag wala kayong kasama kasi baka ma-injure tayo. So, please extra careful in doing this one. I cannot assist you individually in your respective locations right now because of the distance learning that we are experiencing due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So, please extra careful lang tayo. So, for standing long jump, ganito lang siya. May starting point na kayo. All you have to do is to stand, magbuelo, and then mag-jump. I mean, magbuelo by bending, parang ganito. Hindi yung tatakbo ka. Okay? So, ganito lang siya. Then, you have to measure this one, kung ilan yung distance mo. Now, for your arm power, we have the ball chest pass. So, kapag walang matinong bola, minsan ginagamit na lang ay yung bola ng basketball. So, all you have to do is to sit dito sa plane na wall, na floor, I mean, with wall. Tapos, sasantig ka lang. And all you have to do is to do a chest pass, actually. So, pag mag-chest pass ka ng ganon, you have to measure the distance from you doon sa bola kung hanggang saan siya bumaba or nagland, I mean. Sige. The number 4 is the agility. So, for agility, is the ability to move and change direction and position of the body quickly and effectively while under control. It requires much, or it will require so much reflexes, coordination, balance, speed, and correct response to the changing situation. The test to measure this one is through the quadrant jump. Now, how do we do the quadrant jump? Kailangan mong mag-draw, or kung walang pang-draw, tape, pwede rin siya. Basta kailangan at least 24 inches ito siya. So, ang pattern niya is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kailangan mong lumukso dito. Lumukso, both feet. Then, kailangan may timer ka din. So, bibilangin mo kung ilan yung nalukso mo in 10 seconds. Okay? So, kailangan yun siya. And, the next one is the reaction time. So, for the reaction time, it is the ability to respond quickly to a stimulus. The test to measure the reaction time is through the ruler drop test. So, how will we do the ruler drop test? Kailangan natin ng ruler. Mabigat masyado kapag meter stick, kung pwede yung ruler lang talaga. Yung 12 inches ruler. Tapos, kailangan may desk na papatungan yung kamay mo that may somebody rin na mag-assist sa iyo. So, all you have to do is to catch the ruler. So, ang i-measure mo kung saan yung inches na na-catch mo. Okay? So, it will test kung gaano kakabilis mag-respond sa stimulus. So, kailangan meron kang kasama for this test, for you to do this test, I mean. So, kailangan, hindi niya rin sasabihin na i-drop niya na. kailangan babantayan mo kung kailan niya i-drop at huhuliin mo siya. Okay? So, ganyan. O, yan. Pag-drop, so, ganyan. Then, tignan mo kung ano yung, anong inches yung nahawakan mo during the test. The last one is we have the coordination. So, when we say coordination, it is the ability to move or to move two or more body parts under control smoothly and efficiently. Now, the test to measure the coordination is through the hand wall toss. Pwede rin siyang coordination ng hand and eye. No? So, the best way for us to measure this one is through the hand wall toss. When we say hand wall toss, ito yung you need a ball. Ginagamit talaga dito ay yung tennis ball kasi mas bouncy siya. So, kailangan may distance ka rin na 2 meters from the wall. Then, kailangan meron kang timer. In 30 seconds, kailangan bilangin mo kung ilan yung makatch mo alternately. Kaya nga siya tinawag na alternate hand wall toss. Actually, ito siya. So, from the left hand, tapon mo sa wall, ang magka-catch ay yung right mo. Tapos from right, tapon mo ulit, babounce siya sa wall, ang magka-catch ay yung left. And yun, alternate lang sila in 30 seconds. So you have to count kung ilan yung iyong makatch. Alright? Okay, so we are done with the lecture. Now I will orient you of your task in relation to our lecture. Sorry. So ito yung ating task natin. I will be uploading this one to the Google Classroom also. So, para doon na lang kayo download nyo na lang doon, tapos sagutan nyo na lang. Okay? So, I don't put deadlines on your requirements because I know some of you don't have stable internet at home. So, if you have, but please submit all your requirements before the semester ends for the computation of your grades. Kailangan ma-comply nyo lahat yung mga nandoon before mag-end ang semester. So, kung may time kayo, unti-untiin nyo na nasagutan. And if you have chance to go to the market or to go to a place na meron siyang signal, please submit your requirements. Okay? So, wag lang ako maglagay ng deadline para at least hindi nyo pipilitin yung sarili nyo to go frequently sa place na may signal, I mean. So, your safety nowadays is our top priority. And kasi yung safety ninyo, safety na rin yun sa whole family ninyo. So please stay home lang. Then kapag may importante or kapag gusto mo talagang mag-submit na, you just go to a place na may signal then submit. After that, you go back home na. Okay? So this is the scorecard or score sheet for your fitness test. I'm sorry we cannot do all the tests kasi may mga considerations akong kinonsider. I have considerations na kailangan nating i-look into, especially sa safety ninyo ngayon. I removed some of the test kasi hindi siya safe at mahihirapan din tayo na mag-compute. Especially ngayon, I cannot monitor you one by one. So, ito lang yung mga essentials lang muna because that is the advice of the national authority to just give what is essential. Okay? So this one, kailangan mong ilagay yung name mo, yung year, course, and section ninyo, your age, and your sex, then of course, your birthday. Now, if you have, by the way, before starting this activity, if you have heart problems, if you have health problem, I mean, specifically for heart, or kapag hindi ka pwede ng activities talaga, please inform me in the group chat. Okay? So kapag hindi makaya talaga, wag pilitin. Okay, so kailangan careful tayo. Okay, para maiwasan natin ang disgrasya. So ganito ang gagawin ninyo. I have here per sheet, ito siya. Per sheet is one sheet is one activity, I mean. So for example, for parameter A, that is body composition. So the best way to measure that one is through the BMI, di ba? As what I have mentioned kanina. So you have to put your height in meters, your weight in kilograms, then your BMI. So, for example, dito height mo is 1 point or 1.5 ganon. Then yung kilogram mo is 65 kilogram ganon. Then lagay mo dito kung ilan yung BMI mo. So, for example, 18.5. Then your classification or category, ano ba siya? Underweight ba siya? Healthy weight, overweight, and so on. Now, for the post-test, wag nyo muna itong sasagutan. Kasi itong pre-test ninyo, gagawin natin ngayon. Then after this one, kung ano yung magiging result ng mga pre-tests ninyo, we have to interpret that one for you to decide kung anong mga activities ang gagawin ninyo to help yourself to improve your fitness level. So kung ano yung mahina ka at ano yung gusto mo na i-develop through the pre-test, yung mga nalaman mo mga weaknesses mo, ganun. At saka yung mga gusto mo i-improve sa sarili mo during the pre-test, yun yung basis mo para sa mga activities na gagawin mo. So for example, mahina ka sa cardiovascular endurance mo, so you decided to improve this one through jogging. So magja-jog ka. So yun yung gagawin natin ng FITT or training program. So after that, before mag-end ang semester, siguro before mag-final exam, kailangan mong ulitin yung mga test and we have to compare kung meron bang improvement. For example, dati ang BMI mo ay obese. Tapos porsigido ka talaga. So nag-workout ka, you do your proper diet. Then pag-conduct natin ng post-test, naging ano na lang siya, overweight, ganun. Then eventually, magiging healthy weight siya or normal weight na. So, ganun yung gagawin natin. So, wag muna ito muna sa pre-test ang sasagutan ninyo. Okay? Sige. So, next one, we have the cardiovascular endurance. So, yun. Ito yung ano ninyo. Dito kayo kukuha ng interpretation. So, this is for this is for tawag nito men and this is for women. So, ito yung gagawin nating basis. So, kung ano yung ninyo, ano yung tawag niyan, ano yung score ninyo dito sa cardiovascular endurance test, the 3-minute step test, i-interpret natin through this table. So, yun. But you have also to put here yung heart rate na ninyo or yung inyong pulse rate before the activity and of course after the activity. So, yun. Then, titignan nyo doon kung ano yung kanyang ano yung kanyang equivalent, tapos ano yung kanyang interpretation. Okay? Then we have the strength. So for push-up, we have the number of push-ups. Ilagay mo lang dito. No? This is for pre-test. Ito yung interpretation ninyo. So kung 12 to 17, that is fair for female. So pag lalaki, iba rin siya. So you have to be very careful with this one, ha? Then we have also the flexibility. We have the sit and reach. So for sit and reach, you have 2 tries. First try, second try. Then ano yung best score mo? So titignan mo yung interpretation based dito sa table na ito. So sa post-test later on, ito naman yung sasagutan mo. So all you have to do is tignan mo kung meron ba siyang improvement. So dati ang first try mo nung pre-test ay let's say 12. Tapos yung sa post-test, ang first try mo na ay 26. Ganun. So that means may improvement sa flexibility mo because of the activities that you have done for it. Now we have the skill-related components. So for skill-related, number 1 here is the balance. So we have the Stork balance time test. So second siya, lagyan nyo lang dito yung sa yung kung ilang time at kung ano interpretation. So, andito siya yung interpretation ninyo. Okay? Same true with this one, post-test. Then we have the coordination. We have the alternate handball toss. Kapag walang bola ng tennis ball, kahit na anong alternative na lang na bola. Basta at least yung makatch nyo lang siya. Yung kasing liit lang din ng tennis ball. Okay? So, hindi talaga required bumili guys na maging practical tayo these times. So, kung pwedeng humiram lang kayo. Okay? So, yun. Pre-test, lagay nyo kung ilan yung na-catch nyo. Ilan nga yun kanina? Within 30 seconds. So, yun. Then, after completing all this one, you have to answer this reflective journal. Finish every statement and not more than 100 words lang. Okay? So, wag muna isasubmit ito. Isasubmit na itong lahat na ito kapag pagkatapos na ng post-test ninyo. So, number 1 here, I discovered I am strong in, lagay nyo. I discovered I am weak in during the pre-test and I feel I need to work on, lagay nyo dito. Then, during the post-test naman, sasagutan nyo naman ito, I have improved my, so lagay nyo. In doing the fitness test, I learned that, ano yung mga learnings ninyo sa fitness test natin. And your future plans after finishing physical education 1 is in relation to your fitness, of course. Then, as a proof, you have to put documentation in conducting the fitness test. So, you have to insert your best photo in doing every fitness test. Isa lang, ha? Huwag masyadong marami. So, this is the pre-test, this is the post-test. So, for 3-minute step test, lagay mo dito yung katibayan na nag-step test ka talaga. For push-up, lagay mo dito. Sit and reach, lagay mo dito. Start balance, lagay mo dyan. And alternate handhold, lagay mo rin dyan. So, again, hindi lahat nandito because yung mga speed, yung mga agility, kasi mahirap siyang interpret kasi kailangan mo kunin yung mean, mga ganun siya. So, medyo mahirap siya. So, yung speed naman, baka wala kayong much area to run. At baka kasi ma-aksidente pa tayo. So, extra careful in performing this one. So, if you have problems, feel free to message me in the GC. Wag nang mag-PM sa akin, sa GC na lang. Kasi para at least, baka kasi yung iba, meron ding the same query as you. So, doon na lang tayo sa GC para at least hindi na sila magtatanong ulit ng the same question sa akin. Okay? So, thank you very much for listening. I hope you have learned something today. Please, extra care tayo sa pagkakandak ng activity natin. Stay safe always and see you around USM when situation becomes normal again. Alright? So, God bless everyone and stay safe always. Goodbye.